Alrighty, what is going on, everybody? Welcome back to our next matchup of the night as we're diving down in the good old Novice League here. We got Frost taking on Kiwis. I'm Rockerman in the booth, joined by the one and only Ventus. Ventus, how are you doing tonight?
I'm doing pretty good. I wasn't able to cast the 8 o'clock game, but I had my own series to play for Titan. We ended up winning, so I'm super happy about that one. But I mean, I'm super excited for this matchup specifically because I mean they're both undefeated teams. Kiwis kind of a brand new roster. I know a lot of those players. Beard is actually on Frost now. But a lot of those players are not the same that they were last season with the team that went all the way to the grand finals. But I mean, it should be a really good series. Both these teams have shown that they can dominate the novice league, and I mean, these teams barely give up any games either. Frost gave one game up in their entire 3 games or 3 series. And then Kiwis gave up 4, so maybe going a little bit more the distance, but still pretty dominant. I mean, the real difference here is who's going to separate themselves among the gods. Who's really going to make a name for himself.
Right? Yeah, this is an important matchup. It's early on in the season. These two are cross conference. It's a little weird to think about in the Novice League with Frost normally being in that Eastern Conference, but they're in the West for Novice League this season. So this is a battle between conference leaders here in this one, and you want to make you want to try to make that run, try to make that perfect season, and this is the first a first good test for these two teams here, as it looks like we got everyone all in the lobby, all ready to go here. So Ventus, I will throw it over to you. Who do you got here taking this one for a prediction? Who's gonna break the undefeated streak here?
It's tough, but there's two players that I'm really looking at, and it's Beard from Frost and Royalty from the Kiwis. I think both those guys are doing so well, and obviously, I think they are phenomenal players. I think just because I had Beard in my fantasy last season for Nemesis, and I know he's such a great player, he's still a novice. I'm gonna go with Frost. I think it's gonna be close, but I gotta give it to the Frost.
Yeah, no, it is interesting, when you had to play against one of your former teams here, especially one, last season, the Kiwis, were such a good team, made it all the way to the grand finals, with Beard on the roster here in Royalty. So a battle of former teammates last season, Beard and Royalty going at it here. You're gonna see who's still got it. And I know I've never had to experience that Ventus. Being a GM, I always have to stay within my org. But I'm sure you've probably seen it a couple of times, like playing against your former team. What's that kind of like to have to play against former teammates?
I mean, honestly, it's pretty fun because you build some rapport with them. The most common or the most fun that I ever have is when I play Nebula. Oh, it looks like Royalty gonna open up the scoring here with Jolly Rogers very early on. A good read off that ceiling, getting the beat on Beard. Actually, Joe Mama not able to read that one, but I think playing Nebula, I was a former GM way back in the day, but I've played with Zin and Denzi so much. I played with them for multiple seasons, and just getting to play them all the time, and it's just super fun because I know the guys. I play with them outside of Nemesis. I play with them in ranked, and it's just a good time. It's kind of a for bragging rights kind of thing, but no one takes it too seriously.
Yeah, you gotta love the bragging rates here for sure. Here's right now Royalty gonna be the one with the early bragging rates here, as the Kiwis here are gonna strike first, but Frost is trying to make something happen. That one is gonna be sent a long way by Jolly, but only to the corner there. As this one gonna be shot, a nice shot from Royalty, gonna bounce it off the ground there and find the top bins there, and Kiwis strike first, 2 quick goals.
And that's a great shot. It catches Joe Mama perfectly off guard, not able to read it, even though he was close post. He just couldn't cover that one perfectly placed angle, and of course, Royalty finds it, buries it in the back of the net. And I mean, it was off of a great clear from Jolly Rogers. He beat out that third man from Frost very early in that commit. I believe he beat Dart as third man, and it just allowed Kiwis to have so much pressure as there was nobody really back from Frost. They had to rush back, not really be in great positions, and Royalty absolutely capitalizing on it.
Yeah, that's a great one there, and yeah, a lot of these players, well sought after players in the draft here for the season. Is this one Beard not quite going to put that one on target? He's the number 1 overall pick from Novice in this past season, able to almost send that one towards the net there, but Still, they're going to try to fire back there. That one just a little bit off. Mr. Kiwi going to grab that one off to the side. A block attempt going to come through. Not quite going to find it on target. Looking for the pass. Beautiful pass to infield. Show Mama is going to slam it in, but very well played by Frost.
That's a great pass. I mean, it's so unselfish. You completely catch the defense off guard. Royalty expecting him to try to shoot that or to take it along the back wall, plays it there, and leaves so much open space in the midfield, like you said. And Joe Mama just perfectly sitting, waiting for his opportunity to strike, finds a great opening and buries that one. It gives them a little bit of hope as we still have about half the game remaining. And, I mean, it's anybody's game now.
Yeah, no, that was a great play right there, especially in the novice league. You know, that's a lot of times you don't see those passing plays come out in novice league, but when you do, oh my goodness! And speaking of plays in the novice league, the Christmas tree is coming through. It may not be December yet, but Jolly Rogers is bringing Christmas a little early.
He's got the spirit, and that's what matters. And I just don't think Dart was really ready for the 50 of the Merc to just absolutely pummel through that Frost defender. And when you're not ready like that, you kind of tend to be prone to make bad decisions. It looks like he was maybe a feels backflip. He didn't fully intentionally mean to backflip there, and I mean it's going to cost Frost a goal nonetheless. I mean, great play there from Jolly Rogers. He's kind of been this integral part of the offense so far. I haven't seen too many demos. I've seen a couple, and that's really what he's been known for. But he's been playing really quick to the ball, beating out the third men, getting plenty of beats, and I mean, that obvious shot right there sealed the deal with that play, and he's been playing really good so far.
Yeah, no, we talked about his demos, 2.75 demos per game. But, you know, right there we saw him making his presence known. He's trying to fire another one towards that. It's Royalty this time finding the demo, but not quite going to be able to put it on target there as Dart is trying to make a counterattack. But, yeah, Jolly Rogers and that Merc, well known in Nemesis for that Merc. You know, if you think of a Merc player, you're probably going to think of Jolly Rogers. He's trying to find the read here. He's going to drop it down, and a follow-up attempt comes through. Mystic going to send it in the back of the net. And the Kiwis offense is rolling here in game one.
Yeah, I mean, you know, Royalty he wanted to make the unselfish play. He saw Frost do it. He passes it to Jolly Rogers instead of maybe taking the open net. But, I mean, Jolly Rogers, a great pass, good read off the back wall, and Kiwi able to follow that one up. I mean, just extending the lead further, putting Frost more and more on the back foot. I mean, is it too late to change my prediction at this point? I feel like Kiwis are just looking really good.
Yeah, they really are looking good, but yeah, Frost, they're 3-0 for a reason here, so I feel like we can't count them out quite yet. As demo trade in front of the net, they're Jolly trying to finish it off, but Jomama is just gonna kick it off to the side. Beard gonna pop that one up. Royalty gonna find a 50 out in the midfield. This one gonna be sent back in by Beard. Beard looking for something. He's trying to find Mystic. This one towards the net. Mystic gets back to a Dart, trying to get up now. Jolly Rogers just enough to get in the way here. So we're down to the final 35 seconds here of game number one. The Kiwis in command here. Is this one off the backboard? Looking for the bump attempt, gonna get in the way, but Jolly Rogers gonna help his teammate out here as he's trying to kick it back, shooting it towards the net. The ball is dropping. Beard gonna come through and make the save here, but no one is gonna be back to save this one. Mystic sends another one in, and the Kiwis gonna seal the deal in game one.
I mean, another good bump there by Jolly Rogers. Something that we were talking about this a little bit before the game that isn't really valued that much is the demo plays, the bumps coming out, and it just adds so much to an offense, being able to throw the defenders off their balance, not being able to make plays that they normally would be able to because they have somebody breathing down their neck. And I mean, you don't get points for that. Jolly didn't get. I mean, he did get an assist. I'll take that back. But usually, you don't necessarily get an assist or credit for those kind of plays, and it's just that kind of unselfish behavior from Jolly Rogers. He does get MVP with this game, and Kiwis take game number one. I mean, rocking the Christmas car. I absolutely love it.
Yeah, no, and that's a great point, Ventus. I know you mentioned we talked about it, but yeah, a lot of times, you know, to really, you know, see success as a team, you have to have, you know, players that are unselfish, and you know, sometimes going for those demos, going for those bumps, setting up your teammates is a very good key to success there. And you know, we could see it right there, 3 assists from the Kiwis in game number one. So really finding each other, really finding those bumps, finding those passes, and a great performance from them all together. And then on the other end, you know, maybe we can talk a little bit about Frost here, because they got to try to bring it back here. Only 4 shots in that game number 1 event is, how do you think they can respond into game number 2 to try to bring this one back?
I feel like their defense was really shaky throughout this game. I think that I mean, maybe it's stream nerves. Maybe it's just not good communication. I feel like we've seen a couple double commits. We've seen them giving the ball away a lot on defense, and they haven't really been able to break out and show off this strong offense that they do have. And so I feel like they need to just clean up their rotations a little bit, especially on defense, cut down on the double commits, and I mean, just try to maintain possession of the ball even when they're clearing it. And I mean, I maybe they're just going to come out and score more than the opponent. I really have no clue what could happen in this novice league. It looks like Dart was going for a bump attempt. Beard gets the beat on one. Maybe Royalty was just a misflip back onto the back line. And Joe Mama gets a nice, easy free goal, kickoff goal early, but nonetheless, it helps break that momentum that the Kiwis have accumulated.
Yeah, that's a really good start right there. I mean, if you said, hey, Frost, what do you need in this next game? How about a quick early goal there as they're able to find it in the back of the net there, and they're looking for more. Is this one just floating? But no one quite ready for that one, as Jolly is just going to bang it down to the other end here. Just trying to stick with this one, making it a little awkward. He's going to pop it by one, looking for the follow. Big 50 going to come through from Dart. Is this ball still in the corner? Dart now going to take control. Going to flick it by one, looking for a second. The ball's going to come across. Could be a big shot opportunity here for Beard. He's going to get up high, but Mystic is going to find the pre-jump, but it's still floating. Here comes the turnaround. The shot again denied by Mystic, and that is some great defense right there, Ventus.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely diabolical, especially, just breaking that momentum. I talked about the momentum Frost got off of scoring the kickoff goal, and it looked like they might have been able to add on to it, but Mystic absolutely shutting the door on that one. They haven't really been able to break out of their half yet. Frost has had a lot of pressure still as Beard looking for a double tap off the ceiling. A triple commit actually comes out. This probably is going to be dangerous, but looks like Joe Mama not really a great touch. And unfortunately for Frost, that just series of saves coming out from Mystic absolutely tarnished their offense, and now it really forced them onto the back foot just like that. Mystic coming from defense to the offensive side of the ball, putting that one in the back of the net. A great read off the 50 from Jolly Rogers, and Kiwis tie the game up.
Yeah, the Kiwis are going to tie it up, and I think it goes back to that triple commit by Kiwis actually earlier, Ventus, when it seemed like Frost should have had a shot on an open net. They weren't quite ready, and the ball ends up going back in their zone, and then the Kiwis able to counterattack after that. So, again, got to make the most of your opportunities as the Kiwis are going to just somehow, some way get it through the defense. How did that ball get past those guys?
I think it was just a bump there by Jolly Rogers once again, the unseen. I think who is that third man? I can't remember who the third man was, but it looked like a fake came out from Mystic, faking out Joe Mama as the third man. And I mean, when you have to cover the net on a potential shot, you have to play the fast shot no matter what, and then try to recover into saving the slow play. I can't really blame Joe Mama for that play, as he kind of was just forced in that spot by a great bump by Jolly Rogers, and Beard looking for an air dribble over Jolly Rogers. But man, this guy is having a phenomenal series so far. Jolly Rogers absolutely clinical now on both sides of the ball. He's been doing so much for the offense, and then has also made a couple great saves already. He's definitely stepped up big. Somebody who I didn't necessarily think of much going into the series. I know he's a good player, and I know he's a super veteran presence, but he's kind of been the standout player on this team, if I say so.
Yeah, no, definitely. And, not sure how many people, I mean, we all know him as a Nemesis veteran, Jolly Rogers there. Not sure how he was going to perform here, going up against another player, an MVP and Beard last season. Probably two of the most iconic Nemesis novice league players in recent memory here, these two. And, right now, it's Jolly Rogers who's, again, the best of things in this one, as the Kiwis find themselves up 2-1 here with just about 2 minutes remaining. But Frost trying to answer back. A big 50 going to come through. Beard going to get that touch back. Joe Mama off the backboard. Is there a follow-up? Miss comes through, but Jolly going to help out his teammate as Frost trying to start something to get back on the offensive end. Dart trying to get us underneath one. A big 50 there. Mystic is going to get over the top, and a miss comes through from Beard. Can't quite get that on target. Joe Mama, no boost to work with. Trying to defend the entire net. The ball is just going to roll across dangerously. but no one from the Kiwis quite ready for that fast-paced shot. As another pass attempt is going to come out by one. Going to try to flick it over the top of another. Going to get the bump there, but Jolly Rogers again on the back end there. Going to make the save. And, again, we talked a lot about him here so far, Ventus, but it just seems like at the last-ditch effort here, when you need to save, Jolly Rogers is right there on the goal line.
Yeah, I mean, he's definitely been the player to watch this series. Hopefully he'll be able to continue. But I'm really looking for Beard to kind of step it up. I feel like he's had a very quiet first couple games here. Hasn't really done too much. He had that one air dribble that was almost a goal that Jolly Rogers had to make the save for. But besides that, I haven't felt like he's been super dominant. And, I mean, he wasn't a part of that play. But it was a good play from Frost. It looked like Beard was actually pre-jumping the pass. Not able to read that one. Joe Mama getting a good beat, though. Frost tying it up, but I really need Beard to step it up if Frost want to win this series.
Yeah, no, and that one, a good one there by Joe Mama, just waiting across for that one, hitting the bounce shot, able to tie it up here. And now with 50 seconds left in game number 2, Frost looking to try to find one more goal to tie the series up. The ball's across the midfield. Royalty is going to push it out. Mystic going to find that touch, but a good win by Dart. Going to send up high. Double commit there. A big double commit from the Kiwis. Can Frost capitalize? This one popping up high. Opportunity again off the backboard. Chihuahua trying to come through, but a nice touch again by the Kiwis defense. Is now looking to transition into offense, but Beard is going to pop it up high. Mystic is already up for that one. Going to block that one. A good pre-jump there. It's Jolly. He's going to beat it by one. Dart holding on to this one. Jolly just making him awkward there, making him use his boost, making him give away this possession. As the Kiwis able to keep it in. Final 10 seconds of regulation. Beard trying to get it out. Gonna get it by one. Gonna scoop it past a second. Is there a follow? Royalty? He pushes it away to the side. Can anyone get to it? The ball actually, Jolly, he's gonna keep it up. Can he do something here? He's gonna try to pop it again. Frost trying to put it down. And we are gonna have our first overtime of this Novice League matchup.
Yeah, I mean, we saw a couple moments from Beard there. This might be one if Beard can recover onto this ball. No, he cannot. But, I mean, both teams honestly playing pretty solid. I still think there's a lot of room for Frost to grow, especially on the offensive side of the ball. They've had a lot of the shots. They're out shooting 10-4 right now, which is something, the inverse that we saw last game with the Kiwis. Kiwis kind of on the back foot most of this game, but it hasn't really phased them. Both teams playing pretty strong, but it seems like in opposite roles.
Yeah, and right now, it's a big game here for Frost. Battle of the undefeateds here, and Frost, you don't want to try to reverse sweep, your undefeated counterpart here. So gonna need a big showing here in this overtime as this ball's just kind of floating. No one from Frost wanted to touch this ball. A big dunk comes through, but it was a double commit. Joe Mama off to the side. Beard gonna try to take this ball. He's gonna have to try to take it across the pitch. Gonna get it by one, but he's gonna be smacked away from that one on his air dribble attempt again. Blue Steel comes through. Dart looking to take control. Jolly gonna pop this one up high. The ball is right floating in the midfield. What a great save. Joe Mama just able to block that one away as he's clearing this one out. Looking to stay with it. Looking to pass it across. But Jolly is gonna find that block once again. Beard now gonna put it by one. A demo comes through by Joe Mama. He's looking for a second there. Can't quite find it. As Mystic just looking to stay with this ball. Ball's floating up high. Jolly not a lot of boost, but he is gonna find the clear momentarily. Beard popping it up, looking for a teammate, but nobody wanted to go for that one. As Royalty sends it high off the backboard. Follow-up attempt. Gonna get it by. Just Mystic back there looking for the touch again. Is Dart not quite able to find it though. As this ball again sends to the corner. Jolly looking for the block on Beard. He's gonna find it. And this one sent down by Jolly, looking for a redirect attempt. Dart gonna find the block. Here comes Royalty, looking to send it towards the net, but good backboard defense there by Joe Mama, able to clear it away. And 2 minutes gone by here in overtime, Ventus, and neither team really able to put too many threatening shots on net.
And this one might be threatening as Beard almost got the shot. I think that both teams are kind of panicked right now. I feel like we've seen a bunch of double commits come out from both sides. Frost a lot on the defensive side and Kiwis a lot on the offensive side. This is also dangerous as it dropped right into the middle, but it might actually be a counterattack opportunity. Mystic gonna get demoed. I can't see either team coming out on top right now. I feel like they're both kind of just playing the patient waiting game. Not too many great opportunities, but not super bad ones either. They're just kind of biding their time, waiting for that one glaring mistake to come out from either team, and then they're going to pounce.
Beard trying to pounce right here on this double commit. The ball dropping down. Joe Mama with an opportunity, but it's going to be denied away. Dart going to have to corral this ball. He's going to pop it up high. Mystic, not a lot of boost, but Royalty finds a big demo. It's got to be up to Joe Mama. He's going to find the 50. The ball floating. Can't quite get the pinch there, but Beard does get the clear out. Gonna try to hook this one off the wall. Gonna look for the double tap, and he's gonna find it off the backboard. A great play from Beard, and Frost are gonna tie the series up.
Yeah, I mean, that's exactly what I asked for out of Frost. We needed Beard to step up. We needed Beard to kind of make a play there, and he does just that just when I ask him to. I mean, he must be listening to the stream because I don't know. No, I'm just kidding. No, a good game win for the Frost, a much needed one. You do, as you said, you do not want to go down 2 games to an undefeated team, even though you are one yourself. It makes the series just immensely more difficult. And I mean, Frost had the pressure. They had 6 more shots than the Kiwis, and it seemed like Mystic was the only one really able to generate any shot opportunities for the Kiwis. It seems like Royalty kind of took a step back as well, and I'm really interested to see how this series is going to turn out. Neither of these teams necessarily look very one-sided. Like, both these teams are very much still in it. Neither team has the complete edge over the other one. I'd say it all just comes down to who makes less mistakes, who capitalizes on those mistakes, and who kind of makes the good plays.
Yeah, no, and I mean Frost 11-5 in that shot department in this last game. I mean they performed pretty well. We wanted to see them come back there, in that game, and squeaking out that overtime win here. Going to put themselves right back in this series as we got ourselves a close one. We all love some good words. We all love to see or love to hear. Guaranteed Forbidden Temple is what we love to hear here, as we'll be going to game 4 for sure here. But we got to get to game number 3 here, as Frost is trying to start out in the offense. But that one is going to be sent the long way. Mystic going to look for a dunk, but the free jump not going to be successful that time, as Beard is going to send it a long way. Royalty they look to take this one. They're going to find a 1-touch. Yomama going to try to find a 50. Royalty going to get it by 1. This ball popping up. Jolly, he's coming through. Going to throw this one off the backboard. Looking for another one. He's going to get it by 2. The ball is right there. The ball is still there. It's up. It's dangerous. Royalty trying to finish it off, but no, can't quite put it on target. And that one is maybe one they're going to want back.
Yeah, unfortunately, it's just Royalty was low boost. Kind of had to get in an awkward angle off the backboard. I really thought once Frost had that double commit on defense where they 50'd the ball into each other, that was going to lead to a goal, as that one almost led to a goal there. And Dart having to make a diving save. I mean, Kiwis, Frost still in it. I mean, once again, the roles are completely reversed. It feels like Kiwis has all the pressure. Frost just trying to hang on as much as possible. This is like game 1 all over again. Frost really going to have to clean up this defense, especially those double commits. On the defensive side of the ball is, I think, another double commit just came out by Beard and Joe Mama. It's really going to have to... They're going to have to settle in on defense if they want to be able to win this series, because they are having to stay on defense for these extended periods of time, and that's never a recipe for success.
No, that's always a tough time. You want to make sure you're getting that offense, you're the one putting on the offense. As a big pinch going to come across here, and Frost might have an opportunity. Royalty is going to stay alive there in the net, but maybe not for long. There is a big demo comes out. Is this one floating towards the net, but going to be blocked off. Beard trying to get a scoop there, looking for maybe a bump on the way out, but now it's just Dart. Not a lot of boost. He's going to get it by 1, going to pick up that mid. Looking to get it by Mystic, trying to drop it down. Dart again. This one floating in front of that. It's free bees, as Joe Mama is going to come in and get the first goal here for Frost.
Yeah, it's a really good 50, but a double commit coming out from the Kiwis. Jolly Rogers and Mystic double committing. Third man gets demoed by Joe Mama, and he gets the goal. A good play from Frost. I talked about Frost double commits on defense earlier, and it seems like Kiwis are also having a very similar problem with trying to maintain the pressure on defense that Frost has been accumulating. They start to just show cracks. They start to do these double commits. They start to double commit with low boost, especially. It throws them out of position and allows Frost to have these good opportunities like Joe Mama just had. And, I mean, they're very detrimental. It looks like Jolly Rogers absolutely snipes the bottom left corner, finds a hole between almost 3 defenders, and immediately removes whatever I just had to say out of my mouth because the Kiwis just came back and scored.
Yeah, I mean, that one just perfectly placed right behind Beard. He wasn't quite ready, and you're exactly right, Ventus. He sniped that bottom left corner, and the Kiwis have once again tied things up here as they are gonna put this game at a 1-1 affair here with 2:08 remaining. This ball sent back towards the net. It's very awkward. It's very dangerous, but Mystic just there to get in time to push that one off. Almost a unforced error there, as now the Kiwis gonna look to try to take this one out. Ball off the wall. Gonna be by one, Beard. Gonna be by two. Can he find a third touch? No, Jolly Rogers gonna get that one. This ball popped up, but a big double commit there by Frost. Can they get back to it? Royalty is up. Joe Mama is up, but the ball is down and in the net there for Jolly Rogers.
I mean, it's just a great clear from Jolly Rogers. It looks like Dart kind of just gave the ball away as third man. Maybe a little bit of an overzealous commit, especially when Beard and Joe Mama had not fully rotated back yet. They try to make the diving save. Maybe they're also trying to read the shot coming out from Royalty. The shot doesn't end up coming through. The goal is a goal either way. The defense wasn't able to stop it. Jolly Rogers gets himself another goal for the series. It's his second of the game. And, I mean, he's just done everything. I mean, some games he's assisting, being the playmaker, having 3 assists. Some days he's having the savior medal, getting 3 saves. This one, it looks like he's trying to go for a hat trick and get 3 goals. He's just trying to do the trifecta.
Yeah, you love to see it, and a very well-rounded player here. And, you know, we mentioned him. He's a long-time novice veteran here in Nemesis. You know, he's been around. When you think of the novice league, you're going to think of Jolly Rogers. You're going to think of that Merc here. And, you know, people are going to start remembering him here this season, as he's had a great performance thus far, but to see if him and the Kiwis can seal the deal. Joe Mama is off the back. We're going to find that double tap there, but not quite on target. And this one is going to still stay in the Kiwis' end. Ball pushed down the midfield. Jolly can't find the touch, but Royalty will do so as it's sent back down. Joe Mama can look to take control. Going to find that 50. The ball out in the midfield. 2 players when the Kiwis dive, but this one, Dart, going to try to take it down. Going to pop it up. Going to get it almost around 1, but Royalty, a great challenge. He would have beat the pressure there. So we're down to the final 30 seconds here of game 3. The ball sent towards the end. Mystic dropping it down. Royalty, good follow up there. Able to be ready for that touch as Dart gonna look to try to turn it. Gonna get it by 1, but can't quite get it by 2 here. As it's back down in the end here. It could be a big opportunity. Oh no, it's gonna pinch off the teammates. It's gonna head in the back of the net. Complete calamity here as the Kiwis take a 2-goal lead.
Absolute disaster class coming out. Beard is nuts. Unfortunately, just on the wrong net, able to kind of dunk his own teammate, putting that one in the back of the net. This is never one you want to see, especially with a close game. They're only down by 1, but looks like Kiwis are going to end up taking this series. And, I mean, it's just so sad. I feel like Frost had a lot of good opportunities. They looked pretty good on offense, but they just make about 1 or 2 rotational mistakes, especially on offense, where they just allow Kiwis to break all the pressure down and have a good counterattack. And it just leads to so much detrimental activity. And Kiwis have gotten pretty much all of their goals from that kind of play, where Frost has broken down on offense, allowed a counterattack, and either gets scored on from the long ball, gets scored on shortly thereafter. It just seems like a very common trend.
Yeah, it does there. And I mean, the Kiwis, they just did what they had to do there, Ventus, to try to bring that one back. And, you know, a good performance on them to make it happen and give themselves the lead here heading into game number 4. And as we move into this game number 4, Ventus, I got to ask you, what do you need to see from Frost to try to bring this one back, to try to send us to our all-loving game number 5?
You know, I said it once. It's really those defensive rotations. I feel and their offensive rotations. They commit their third man up really hard, and then it allows the defense to be in all sorts of shambles because they are having to cover for that third man early commit. So maybe it's just they need to leave their third man on offense back a little more so that they're able to just play the booming clears, not overcommit as their third man, and kind of reset their offense, and so they don't make these very risky challenges. It might make their offense more complete. It might make it so there's less defensive mishaps that they're having to scramble back on defense due to those rotational issues. I think just once you clean up a couple of those things, that it should work itself out, but almost does not. There is a great save having to come out multiple times, and I mean another double commit in the midfield. It looks like Mystic trying to shoot this one, but not going to be able to do so. I think it's definitely got to be double commits. I've already seen two. I solidify my answer.
Yeah, the double commits, they can be deadly here, but Dart is trying to make a deadly shot on net here. Beard trying to find the follow off the backboard. Is there a follow? There's Show Mama. He's going to place it in. And there you go. If you're a Frost fan, finding that good offense.
Yeah, I mean that's a great shot there from Joe Mama. It looks like Beard might have been able to shoot that one on target. Both players from Kiwis kind of playing that touch, and I mean that's the kind of caliber player that Beard is, commanding the respect of all those players. That he is one of the best in the Novice League. I mean, he won Novice MVP last season for a reason. He hasn't really shown up too much this game. I mean, that was one of the moments that he could have, but I just think, like, name brand alone, he's up there for, a lot of people just respect that he can get these kind of touches. When he doesn't, it doesn't work out, and they're kind of just so focused on playing that touch that they don't react in time. But, I mean, Kiwis, they're playing pretty well. I think that they had a very bad double commit there, which is why Frost was able to score. They double committed on the backboard, and it allowed Frost kind of the open net. I think that it's really going to come down to who double commits less, who has stronger rotations, especially on defense, and I think that's going to be the decider.
Oh, is this one is going to ring off the poster? Jolly can't find the touch. The follow-up attempt from Mystic. Watch out from behind there, Show Mama. Felt that one tickle over the top of his car right there as Jolly Rogers was about to take him off the pitch, but fortunately going to make that save there, keep his team in a 1-goal lead as they try to force game number 5. This one can be sent off the corner, going to be by 2. Looking for another touch off the wall. Dangerous ball. Jolly, he does find a touch, but Joe Mama is coming back there. This ball floating up high. Beard is going to find a touch. Not quite on target, but a follow-up attempt is going to be sent on towards the net there. But a good save there. Royalty able to push it off to the side as Dart is taking some control. Going to try to flick it by that one off the ceiling. Dropping down, and Joe Mama coming through. And Ventus, it seems like every time we get this offensive play style here, Joe Mama coming through with these goals.
He's heating up. He's been able to start placing these shots really well. Both those goals were placed almost perfectly. I mean, that one just a little bit off the top corner, but I mean, you can't get much better than that. A great shot nonetheless. A good pass from Dart, able to kind of take possession in the corner, slow the play down, force the defense into an awkward spot, and then makes his play. He uses the flip, gets the 50 through that defender on the Kiwis, and is able to make a really good pass. I think that this is what the Frost roster really thrives on. I hope for the Kiwis' sake that they aren't able to keep that going, because they can become really dangerous. But the same thing with the Kiwis, right? If Jolly Rogers gets a couple of these demos in the backfield, they can be so dangerous. Is that one almost a dangerous opportunity? Mystic trying to get a bump as well. But I mean, both these teams just have such dangerous activity that they can put together on offense. It really just comes down to who can play better defense.
Yeah, it is going to come down to this defense here. As for Frost here, they can lock down their defense here for the last minute 50. They'll be forcing it to a game 5. The Kiwis just trying to turn their defense into some offense here as some harassment is going on both sides of the pitch there. Demo on to the Kiwis, going to force Royalty, try to get up for this one, but it's dropping right down. The double commit in the midfield. Beard can't find that touch. The Kiwis could have a counterattack opportunity. Royalty just going to fire that one away, forcing Beard onto that one as Mystic coming through. Bumps coming around, and the shot going to be almost put on net there. It's still in front of the net, but Frost, they somehow get that one away. It was a very close opportunity. Ventus, I thought for sure that one was going to go in, but the defense of Frost, they hold on.
You know what? That's the one situation where I'm okay with double committing. If it is going in your net, I'll allow it. You guys you were getting bumped constantly. You were very spread thin. A great couple bumps coming out for the Kiwis as well, really making that shot even more threatening. And I mean, it's just a good save from the Frost. They were able to keep their heads above water, weren't succumbing to the pressure that this Kiwis roster was able to generate. And I think that's the first time really that they've been able to do so. I can't remember a time where they've been on the back foot so heavily and didn't get scored on. And I think that's a good statement for Frost going into a potential game 5, is they've been able to hold Kiwis scoreless so far. And, I say that, but I'm probably about to cast a curse because I always do that. Oh, I thought it was going to be right there. But, I mean, overall, both teams playing pretty solid. The Kiwis maybe have to clean up a little bit more if they want to win this game 5.
Yeah, they're looking like we're going to be heading there as we're down to the final 10 seconds. Kiwis need a goal with at least time on the clock. They are going to send it down here back into Frost End, but as that one is pushed out and off to the side here, it is going to do it. They are almost going to find one more for the road. Maybe a moral victory there, knowing that one was going to go in. But we do have the Game 5 Ventus, a battle between the two undefeated teams here in the Novice League. One of them is going to go to 4-0. One of them is going to find the first blemish on their perfect record here. And I mean, all in all, I mean, these two teams have been trading blows. It's not a reverse sweep attempt. It's just a hard fought close series right now.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I'm surprised Kiwis didn't end up scoring at all. They had 7 demos to Frost 2, had a lot of pressure on that Frost half, but they were just barely able to hold on. And, I mean, it's going to come down to the wire. I could see it going Game 5. I think that we're going to see big games coming out of Jolly Rogers and Beard. Both those guys have been playing pretty well. Beard a little bit more quiet. Joe Mama has absolutely stepped it up for this Frost roster, to be honest. He's been able to just snipe corners, top right, bottom left, this entire series. And, I mean, it's going to be a good match. Whoever wins, it's going to be close, and it's going to be really good.
Well, here we go. Battle of the undefeateds here. We're heading to game number 5 here on Champions Field. Frost in the blue, Kiwis in the green, both doing a battle here. Games have been traded back and forth all series long, with Frost just taking that last one, able to send us here. We'll see who's going to start out with that first goal. It's this one off to the side, blocked up by Mystic. It's Shomama. He's going to send this one down, trying to find it towards the net. He's going to shoot it on net, but that one, oh my goodness, on the post there is going to be saved away. What a great save there to deny that one away early, Ventus.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, with how well Joe Mama has shot, I thought that one was just perfectly placed in the net. And it was, but Royalty had something to say about that. He absolutely perfectly put that off the post. Great save. Good job for the Kiwis not able to crack early, not allowing Frost to get an early goal, as this one might be a goal for Jolly Rogers, as almost takes it all the way by himself. Both these teams trading blows early, as this one is close. Beard making a beautiful save once again. I mean, I could see this going either way, as I said earlier. My mind has not changed yet.
That one was almost an attempt, some more demo antics. On the back end is a nice touch come down from Beard. Dart coming through. Is Joe Mama the shooter ready? Not quite. That one going to be pushed out a little bit too far. We're going to remain scoreless here in Game 5. Beard looking to set this one up. Jolly just barely able to get up to that one. As Joe Mama pops it up again here. Ball off to the side. Beard dropping it out to Dart. Down to Joe Mama. Oh my goodness. A 1-2-3 masterclass to open the scoring.
I mean, that's a great pass from Dart to Joe Mama perfectly. I mean, it's weak enough to where it bounces right before he takes the shot so he can get a bunch of power. It's 90 degrees. They're not able to get out of net to catch up to that pass. They have to expect the shot to come out, but Beard getting a flick over Jolly Rogers on the kickoff, and that one gonna give a 2-0 lead. I mean, laying on the compliments for Frost. Another great play, and I mean, it's not looking good for the Kiwis.
Oh, a nice play off the kickoff there from Beard, able to flick it over the defense. You know, we wanted to see him step up, and he's going to find a great solo play in here in Game 5, trying to win his team this game and this series, as now the Kiwis got to find a way to get back on the offense as they find themselves in a position they haven't been yet in the season. Nearly going to be a loser for the first time in Season 13, is still have 2 minutes 50 seconds remaining here in Game 5. Kiwis looking to go on the attack. Jolly Rogers, that one going to be pinched out a long way by Dart. Dart is getting hunted. This ball is going to drop down to the midfield. Joe Mama going to try to turn this one around, but a nice touch from Mystic. Going to block it off of Jolly Rogers. No boost, but he's going to get it by 1. What does he have over the second there? He's actually going to get it over the top. It's going right towards the net, but oh my goodness, what a save. Mystic trying to come through. No, it's going to be put off. Oh no, that was a surefire goal, Ventus.
I mean, such a great bump there by Jolly Rogers. Almost gets it. Dart had an absolutely phenomenal recovery in order to get back in time to make that save. Basically saving the goal from the hands of the Kiwis. Frost keeping their 2-0 lead because of it, and they're actually able to generate a counterattack because all three of the members of Kiwis had to push out to try to score since they are down 2-0. And I mean, that might have been the series saver in all honesty.
Oh, it might have been, but Jolly Rogers, he's not done yet here. He's going to take it down the pitch. He said, hey, you deny the first one here. Try to save this one. And he puts it over the top of Beard and Dirt and puts it in the back of the net. 1:56 remaining here. And the Kiwis find themselves now down by 1. Anything can happen here as this ball is popped up. Here comes Jolly Rogers trying to find it, and he will. Top left, Jolly. Merry Christmas.
You know what? Frost gets a kickoff goal. Kiwis gets a kickoff goal. It's only fair. Jolly Rogers had an absolutely brilliant shot. Beautifully read off the sidewall. Perfectly placed top left. Nobody's saving that one. I mean, I talked about Jolly having a big game number 5. Beard also needing to have a big game number 5. Both these players stepping up big time. But that might have been a costly mistake as missing that one. Almost had that shot go on target. I mean, now it's tied 2-2. I said Dart might have had the series saving goal, but now it's tied. Now it's anybody's game once again with just over a minute here. I mean, I really have no clue who's going to come out on top.
Yeah, now this last little bit's going to be so intense. Jolly Rogers, a slow roller. The ball is in front of the net, but they're going to save it away. What a dangerous triple commit here as this ball is sent back in. Joe Mama is going to push that one out here. The Kiwis now, they are the ones generating the offense. But Beard trying to break out of it. Going to get it over the top of one. Royalty got to make that touch, and he does. Mystic looking to push it down, trying to find his teammate. This one pops up. Jolly has an opportunity. He's going to send it up high. Beard and Joe Mama are both up, but they are going to get to the corner for now as Beard is going to find that touch. But oh gosh, that one is going to be pinched towards the net there. Fortunately, defense was ready as Jolly Rogers taking it up, going to find a second touch. He's going to look for the bump, but Joe Mama finding a return demo there to kill off the shooter. A great touch there as this one is going to be shot from an insane angle, and it almost finds the back of the net as we're down now to the final 30 seconds. The ball, oh no, it's going to go by the defense. How did that one get through? Mystic is going to give the Kiwis the lead.
That might be the most novice goal I've seen. The slow roller to the back of the net. Dart just not really reading it. I'm not sure if he got like a little lag spike, frame drop. I don't know. Turns absolutely crazily upfield. Not able to get that read. Kiwis getting the lead with just 30 seconds remaining. Gonna be very tough for Frost to come back, but that might just be it. Is that one on target? Beard finding the back of the net off of the sidewall touch and bringing the game back in reach for the Frost. Still 30 seconds remaining, but it's still once again tied.
Wow, what a shot there from Beard. Able to step up. His team needed a goal, and they find it, but they're going to need a save here. Oh my goodness. Joe Mama comes through with the save there. Jolly Rogers is going to send it off to the corner now. This final 15 seconds of regulation. We're tied at 3 here in Game 5. Battle of the undefeated. The ball is out in the midfield. Mystic is going to send it a long way into the Frost corner. The ball's still dangerous. They are going to pitch it out. Joe Mama, what does he have in the tank here? Can he keep it up? The ball is going to touch the ground, and we have overtime here in game number 5 between these two teams. And this one, actually, wait a minute, it's going right towards the net, but it's going to be saved away here. But Ventus, the battle of undefeateds, is living up to all the hype here as, oh gosh, okay, we're good.
Yeah, I thought that was a goal too for a second. I can't lie. I was so scared for Frost. But this also might be an opportunity. Both teams going back and forth. All 3 members of Frost commit. Joe Mama is going to have to be first back on this one. Triple commit once again comes out from Frost. Just trying to save the ball at all costs. Trying to just not allow anything coming out onto their net. And, I mean, both these teams have been playing phenomenally. Both teams have what it takes, it seems like. It just comes down to who wants it more, who's got more grit, and who has the nerves of steel.
Yeah, who is going to make this play for their team here in Game 5 here? Keep the perfect record alive. This ball is up across the midfield. Demos are raining down on the pitch. It's a war zone here on Champions Field. And both these teams try to be the one to come out on top. It's a great pass comes through, but it's going to go a little bit high with a follow-up attempt. Is going to go off as well. Another great opportunity there for the Kiwis, but now it's Beard. He's taken to the air. Gonna find that air dribble. He's found a couple of them this series. As Dart trying to get to that one, but Jolly is gonna deny him away the ball. He's off to the side. Joe Mama jumping. Gonna pop this one up. Mystic trying to get to it. So is Beard. Beard gonna win the race. Jolly Rogers, not a lot of boost, but he is gonna find that touch off to the corner. Dart gonna get it by 1. Gonna get it by 2, but that one a little too fast for a follow-up attempt. But now Joe Mama trying to send that one in. Not quite gonna happen this time. Dart gonna push it down. Mystic gonna find that block. Opportunity here is this one popped up, but no one quite ready from Frost to get to this one. Jolly Rogers is up trying to get to this one. It's going to be blocked away. Joe Mama's going to find that touch. The Kiwis diving back in. The ball is up here trying to find another one, but Beard, right before it gets across the goal line, he is going to find that touch. Joe Mama, they're by 2. They've got one more to beat. It's a pass. It's a bump attempt, but darn, he can't put it on. They almost found that one, but not quite meant to be, and now try to survive their counterattack, but 2 minutes gone by here, Ventus. These two teams are trading offensive blows.
Yeah, it seems like anytime there's an early third man commit, it could be the daggers. This one almost the dagger. Once again, Mystic having to make a diving save, recovering from their double commit earlier from the Kiwis. The ball popped out once again. Royalty needing a big clear. But yeah, I mean, both these teams really just duking it out. Neither wants to concede an inch. Both making great saves on defense. Both having immense pressure, but they're not cracking. They're playing so composed. They're not making super egregious errors where they're making really bad double commits, really bad errors. A bunch of demos coming out. This is a back and forth game. This might be the dagger here if Mystic can't get the read. Dart putting off the backboard. This ball high. Double commit comes out. Neither shot coming from Frost. And they are still tied 3 minutes in.
Yeah, 3 minutes gone by here in this game number 5, and neither team giving a one singular inch here. As the ball is back in the Kiwis, then Frost trying to find something here. Jolly Rogers can't find the touch. Jump up here. Mystic is going to block off Joe Mama, but Dart is there. He's sending it towards that. Royalty has to get up in reverse there. Able to get up in the air to find that one away as a demo. It's going to open up a little bit of space here with the ball. Is in the midfield. Here comes Jolly Rogers over the top. Joe Mama has to make the touch. Able to send it off to the side here. Follow-up attempt. Ball again off the corner. Dart trying to get up to Royalty. Finds that block. Joe Mama going to send it out, but going to be blocked by Mystic. So able to cut it off. Buy some time on the rotation. Beard air dribbling this one once again. Trying to get it by Royalty, but can't quite. Joe Mama again off the backboard. Jolly Rogers backwards. Awkward shot attempt, but it's going to be denied away. The Kiwis defense is holding on strong here in Game 5 OT, but can they hold on to this one? It's one-on-one. It's Dart versus Mystic, and Dart wins the battle and wins the series for Frost.
Didn't have to do me like that. So many heart-wrenching moments, so many goals that are like, oh my god, this is it. And then it wasn't. Saves coming in just in the nick of time. A phenomenal series. I mean, you could not ask for a better series. That was such a good series. I mean, Beard stepping up in game number 5 when it mattered. 10 demos coming out from Frost. Something I did not really expect. They took a page out of the Kiwis book and absolutely just erased every player on the Kiwis defense. And I mean, this was such a close series. I would like to say that I was right, but I mean, it was. I just throwing a little glaze to myself there, but man, this could have gone either way. It's such a. This is. I mean, what a privilege, honestly. a great stream match, overtime, 4-minute overtime, game 5. I mean, amazing.
Yeah, it really is, Ventus. It doesn't get any closer than that. Game 5 OT, Battle of the Undefeated, and it really lived up to all the hype there. And Frost, they are going to be the ones moving to 4-0. Kiwis, unfortunately, going to drop to 3-1. But, you know, I have a feeling that we are going to be seeing these guys a little bit later in the season, you know, what some call the postseason. And I'm sure we'll see a lot of these guys there in the playoffs for season 13. But that is going to wrap it up for this matchup here tonight. Congratulations once again to Frost. But we do have to head to a short break. When we come back here, we are going to be heading to the Challenger League, another battle in the Central League, or the Central Division here for the Challenger League, as it's Orbit taking on Raptors, two of the top teams in Challenger League right now. So make sure you guys stick around, and we'll see you guys in a little bit.